Look at you. Just look at you. Standing there, staring at a screen, hoping that some magic word or some sudden burst of cheap inspiration is gonna rescue you from your own mediocrity. Let me tell you a secret that the world is too soft to say out loud. No one is coming to save you. There is no hidden reserve of secret power waiting to awaken inside you when things get tough. There is no destiny written in the stars that guarantees you success just because you think you deserve it. You want to know what you really are? You are weak. You are soft. And the worst part is, you are perfectly comfortable staying that way while making excuses about why you can't change. You scroll through social media looking at people who have built elite physiques, people who have achieved financial freedom, and you tell yourself, oh, they just have good genetics. They had a wealthy family. They got lucky. What a pathetic way to live. Shielding your own laziness behind the successes of others. You comfort yourself with these pathetic lies because the alternative is too painful to face the realization that you are exactly where you deserve to be, because you refuse to work. I wasn't born with the gifts. I didn't have the inherited blessings, the family legacy, or the natural talent that everyone else boasted about. In a world full of people born with silver spoons and magical powers, I was born with absolutely nothing. Zero. A complete blank slate. The Zenin clan. The people with talent. The ones born with all the advantages. They looked down on me. They treated me like trash, like an insect, just because I didn't have what they were handed at birth. They threw me into the training pits with cursed beasts, expecting me to die, expecting me to prove their theories right that a human without gifts is worthless. And for a long time, I let their opinions dictate my worth. But then I realized something that changed my entire existence, and it's the same truth you need to swallow right now. Talent is a trap. Genetics are a crutch. The gifted people rely on what they were born with, so they never learn how to bleed, how to suffer, or how to scratch their way out of the dirt. When you are born with power, you become soft, you become lazy. You expect the world to bend to you. I didn't have that luxury. When you have nothing, the only thing you have left to weaponize is your own body and your own mind. I didn't have cursed energy, so I decided to make my physical form an absolute weapon. I turned my lack of gifts into my greatest strength. I stripped away every shred of softness, every excuse, until all that was left was raw, lethal execution. Every single day, while the gifted slept, I trained. While they rested in their comfortable mansions, relying on their inherited talent, I was in the dirt, pushing my muscles past the point of screaming into a state of absolute, quiet dominance. I didn't do it for their approval. I did it because it was my only way to survive. The weights don't care about your feelings. The road doesn't care that your joints ache. The cold morning doesn't care that you had a bad day. You either show up and lift the weight, or you stay weak and let it crush you. It's a binary choice. There is no middle ground. When you step into the gym, when you look at the heavy iron, or when you face the hard work you've been avoiding, you need to leave your emotions at the door. No one cares that you're tired. No one cares that you're stressed. The world is an indifferent, brutal place, and if you want to conquer it, you have to become even more brutal than your circumstances. Look at the habits you've built. You eat garbage. You sleep like a lazy dog. You spend hours chasing cheap dopamine on your phone, and then you wonder why you don't have the energy to build the life you dream about. You are poisoning yourself daily and expecting to grow. Stop lying to yourself. If you want to build a body that looks like it was carved out of stone, you have to treat your training like a physical execution. You have to learn to love the burning in your lungs and the tearing in your muscles. That pain is the only proof that you are alive. The only proof that you are pushing against the boundary of your current weakness. Every rep you skip, every workout you pass up because you're too tired, is a vote for your own defeat. You are actively choosing to stay the victim. You think you're resting? No. You're decaying. The world will gladly watch you fail. It will comfort you with sweet lies, telling you that it's okay to take a break, or that you've done enough. Don't listen to them. They want you to stay down in the dirt with them so they don't have to look at their own laziness. I chose to step outside of their entire system. I didn't care about their rules, their expectations, or their definitions of success. I only cared about physical, absolute capability. And when the time came, the ones who had all the talent and all the inherited power could do nothing but watch as a human with zero gifts tore their world apart. That is the power of the raw, silent grind. It is ugly. It is painful. It is lonely. You will have to sweat in empty rooms where no one is clapping for you. You will have to push through the dark mornings when your joints ache and your brain is screaming for you to go back to sleep. You have to learn to silence that voice. The voice that tells you to stop is your greatest enemy. It is the voice of the person you used to be, the person who was weak and comfortable. Every time you ignore that voice and lift the weight anyway, you kill a piece of your old self. You rebuild yourself, cell by cell, into something harder, faster, and completely unbreakable. If you want to change, then stop talking, stop planning, stop announcing your goals to the world as if the praise for thinking about doing something is the same as actually doing it. Shut your mouth, get out of your head, and put your body to work. Let your sweat and your results do the talking. The gifted can keep their talent. You will take the victory through sheer, exhausting, physical dominance. Now get up, face the grind, and prove that a human with nothing can conquer everything. Or stay weak. The choice is yours, and frankly, I don't care which one you pick. But if you want to stand at the top, you know exactly what you have to do. Stop crying about what you don't have. Work with what you do have, and make it so dangerous that they can no longer ignore you. That is the only law of the grind. I remember the face of the strongest sorcerer when I cut him down. The look of absolute disbelief in his eyes. He had all the talent in the world, all the destiny, all the cosmic backing. But his genetics couldn't save him when a man who had trained his body in the depths of hell came for his life. That is the power of the physical grind. It breaks destiny. It breaks luck. It breaks the gifted. Look yourself in the mirror right now. What do you see? A victim who blames circumstances, or a warrior who is ready to build an unbreakable form? Stop looking for sympathy. No one cares about your struggle. They only care about your results. Let the pain wash over you. Let it tear you apart and put you back together. Every single drop of sweat, every blister on your hands, is a brick in the fortress of your success. If you are going to stand at the top, you must build the body and the mind that can carry the weight. Don't look back. Don't look down. Think about the path you are on right now. If you continue living the way you did yesterday, where will you be in 5 years? Still scrolling? Still complaining? Still wishing for a different life while repeating the same weak habits? You are running out of time. Ambition without execution is a mental illness. It eats away at your sanity, making you bitter and resentful of those who actually had the courage to work. I refuse to let my life be a footnote in someone else's story. I chose to become the anomaly. I chose to build a body and a mindset so lethal that even the gods had to respect it. You have that same choice, but it requires you to burn down your current life. You must kill your laziness, kill your hesitation, and kill your need for comfort. Comfort is a slow, silent death. It tells you that you are fine where you are, that you don't need to push any harder. It soft kills your ambition until you wake up years later wondering where your life went. Break out of that cage. Push your body to the limit today, and then wake up tomorrow and do it again. Consistency is the only magic that exists. It doesn't matter how talented you are if you only show up when you feel like it. The person who works hard every single day, without fail, will eventually run circles around the genius who relies on inspiration. I made myself unmatched because I never took a day off from the grind. I became the anomaly. You can become the anomaly too, but you have to stop looking for shortcuts. There is no pill, no secret routine, and no easy path. There is only the heavy iron, the long road, and the silent hour. Face it, embrace the isolation. Let the world forget about you while you build your strength in the dark. And when you finally step back into the light, They won't ask about your talent. They will look at the monster you've built, and they will know that you earned every single ounce of it through sweat, blood, and absolute uncompromising discipline. So stop waiting. Stop checking your phone for motivation. Put it down. Step into the cold. Pick up the weight, and do not stop until you have completely broken the limits of who you were yesterday. That is the only way. That is the physical law. Defy their gifts. Build your own power.